Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. Welcome to my personal edition of Ask Emergency, where I answer a bunch of your guys' questions about me and my channel. I've had my channel for about a year, but most of the videos I make are about specific topics and not so much about what I'm doing in my personal life. So I just like to do videos like this to give you guys a chance to get to know me just a little bit better. Just a quick note, because some of the questions that you guys asked me are the same, I combined some of my answers. Number 1, Adam Norption asks, what type of camera do you use and what software do you use to edit your videos? Okay, so this is basically like a question about my setup. So I use a Canon 60D with a variety of lenses. Typically it's a 24mm to 70mm lens. My computer is a PC, it's a custom build, there's nothing special about it. I have like a GTX 770 and I edit with Creative Cloud. So I use like Premiere Pro and Photoshop for all those things. There are 2 different microphones that I use. I do have a lav mic that I used to use that you probably saw in a lot of my videos, but now I've started using my Blue Yeti, which you can see right here. If you ever see a shadow in any of my videos hanging above my head here, it just means that my mic is just a little too low. Super pro, I know. Next question, number 2. Adamski Spyro asks, how much of a fan of anime are you, and which is your favorite? I would say my favorite new anime from this year so far has been Attack on Titan. Question number 3. Do you have a full-time job? If so, what is it? So yes, I do have a full-time job. Interestingly enough, it is also on YouTube. So technically, I spend all day, all the time on YouTube. I'm just doing very different things during different parts of the day. So my full-time job is actually as a YouTube consultant for companies. So I work for a specific company that has a group of brands, like a bunch of different websites that all have their own YouTube channels. And I basically just help them be popular on YouTube. All the videos that you see on this channel that I do are done in my free time, which is why you don't see more of them all the time. Question number 4, Blair McGee asks, what's your favorite TV show and movie right now? So, okay, right now my favorite TV show is Doctor Who, and my favorite big movie is Desolation of Smog, and my favorite small movie is Her, you know, the Joaquin Phoenix movie. Typically my favorite things change pretty frequently because I watch a lot of stuff. Question number 5, Blanche Mitchell asks, do you read all the comments that get posted? And after reading subscribers' comments, can you usually tell in what age group people are? Okay, so I do read all the comments. I can't always tell how old people are because, you know, a lot of people will just post comments like, that's cool or awesome. The only time it gets really hard for me to read all the comments is when a video gets really, really popular, like my Doctor Who Easter eggs videos. Like those will get thousands and thousands of comments. Obviously, I can't read every single one of them, but because of the way new comments works and it filters top comments, so if you guys are subscribers and you comment a lot, it'll actually put your comments up at the top, so I'll definitely see all of those. So the more you comment, the more likely your comments are to be seen. Number 6, Cry Havoc asks, do you talk this quickly in regular life? No, I definitely do not. Typically, I end up removing a lot of pauses from my YouTube videos. Like I'll read this and then I'll put it down and then I'll just cut that space out. So it just seems like I'm talking faster. Number 7, Elijah Evans asks, what inspired you most to become a YouTuber and what are you most excited for in 2014? So I've actually been working on YouTube in a professional capacity since about 2008, mostly on other people's channels. This is obviously the first channel that's just been me. So I've been around a lot of creators and I've seen a lot of different types of content. I've seen comedians, I've seen musicians, everything there is on YouTube. Being around all these other people for so long, as well as a lot of my friends becoming big YouTubers, really inspired me to take a chance and just try and have some fun. So I'm really interested to see what kind of new chances you guys inspire me to take with the videos that I do next year. Number 8, Lemon Snow asks, dude, I've seen your channel steadily pick up subscribers since the beginning. How much time does it take to put a vid together? Where are you trying to take this? So many questions. Okay, so it typically takes about 4 hours to put a normal video together, sometimes 3 if it's like something I just watched. It really depends on what kind of video it is. So for instance, the Doctor Who Easter eggs video I did, the really big video took a lot of time. That took about 6 hours just because it takes a lot of research and I have to go by frame. And a lot of times what I'll do is I'll write notes down, which kind of takes a little bit of time before I start shooting a video. So I try to do as much preparation as possible without kind of overdoing it. To answer your other question, I really didn't have a specific end goal in mind other than to just meet new people that liked the things that I liked and wanted to talk to me about them. So for instance, I'll make a Doctor Who video just typically to find other people to talk about specific things with. So like I posted a Matt Smith top 11 things video. So that was really just to talk to other people about their favorite things about Matt Smith. That being said, I kind of take things 1 week at a time, so I might have a different answer to that question in 6 months or even a year. Number 9, Letty Winchester asks, what kind of music are you into? So mostly I listen to EDM on Spotify private, but I also listen to a lot of guilty pleasures. Especially when I've been working on a video for way too long and I start to go crazy. I'll just listen to like some stupid 80s music or something really silly. Number 10, Loki LaFason asks, do you change stuff about the way you do vids based on what people say? And who are your favorite YouTubers to watch? Okay, so I change stuff about videos all the time. So if you've seen my other Ask Emergency Q&As, they look very, very different. I try to just change things just based on what I think is the best way to do each video. That being said, I do try to keep a very specific structure based on what I find that you guys really like to watch. My favorite YouTubers right now are actually Hank and John Green on their Vlogbrothers channel. I watch their other channels too, but I like the Vlogbrothers stuff the best. My other big favorite is actually Dodger on her Dexterity Bonus channel. I really like gaming stuff, but I like her Dexterity Bonus channel, like the personal stuff she does a lot better too. Number 11, Lone Style Tribe asks, what is your favorite fandom of all time and why? So, I don't have a personal fandom favorite of all time, but right now my favorite fandom to watch is actually the Sherlock fandom, just because I really like to geek out on stuff. But the fandom that I also really think is one of the funniest is probably the Supernatural fandom, just because the audience is so intense. Like, they love Supernatural so much that that show will probably go to the end of time. They're guaranteed for season 10 basically. Number 12, Movie Man Reviews Things asks, who is the most famous person you have met? Okay, since I work in Hollywood, I actually run into a lot of actors all the time, so I see famous people everywhere. Mostly TV actors, not as many movie actors. I would say recently the most famous person I met is Joel McHale from Community. Number 13, Mr. Shannonite asks, if you could own any of the props from any of the shows you review, what would it be? That's an easy one. TARDIS, hands down. Actually, Matt Smith's TARDIS. I actually got to touch Matt Smith's TARDIS. I think I got my little TARDIS here. I actually got to touch the real Matt Smith's TARDIS, like the blue box they used to film during the 50th anniversary live stream we did at the YouTube space. They literally disassembled the TARDIS and shipped it to YouTube so that we could film with it. It was amazing. Number 14, Nintendo Lego Boy asks, how and when did you decide to make this channel, and did you expect it to get so popular? Easy questions. When I started this channel, it was totally a goof. I don't know why I picked Emergency Awesome. I think I just thought it sounded funny, but I really wanted to make a video for Doctor Who, and I just wanted to learn how to be a better communicator and be better on camera, but I never ever thought that it would be this big. Number 15, Predator543 asks, Internet Explorer or Google Chrome? So I would say Google Chrome mostly, just because not only are they supported by Google a little bit more than the other browsers, but there are a lot of extensions that Firefox and Safari do not have. Number 16, Slyfox HD asks, how long have you been on YouTube? I would say since like March of 2008, I started working on YouTube in a professional sense on other people's channels. There are still some really old Barely Political videos from 2008, like the Barely Political channel, you know, Key of Awesome. There's some videos from 2008 that you could probably find me in the background of, and that's basically how I learned how to be on YouTube. Number 17, The Foz Bros asks, do you have any tips for gaining an audience on YouTube? So I actually do this for a living, but the first thing that I will tell you is to read the YouTube Creators Playbook. It's an online document and it's super easy to find, but it will give you a good step-by-step guide about how to kind of craft your content to build an audience. That being said, 1, do not be afraid to take chances. 2, post videos every day if you can, at least once a day. And 3, do not be afraid to aggressively moderate comments. There will be a lot of trolls when you first start. Number 18, the Jax V Blacks asks, do you play video games? Yes, I play a lot of video games, not as much as I'd like to right now. Most of the games I play are on Steam. I just bought a ton in the winter sale that's going on right now. Yay, cheap games. But I also have an Xbox One. There aren't a lot of games for that, so honestly, I'm not dedicating a lot of my time to it. Most of my time is spent on my computer, so obviously I've been a computer gamer for most of my life. Number 19, the Lloyd A1 asks, what film or TV series are you looking forward to most that's coming out in the next couple of years? So I'm actually going to do a video for this in the next couple of weeks that'll be much more detailed and give you a much better answer. But just to give you a quick answer, 1, Sherlock Series 3 and Community Season 5. Make sure you guys watch both of those shows. They are both going to be amazing. And number 20, William Bryan asks, how do you watch your shows? What kind of screen? Live or DVR? Favorite chair? The chair that I sit in 99% of the time is the chair you guys see right now. It's like a Herman Miller chair. I stole it from a job that I used to have a long time ago, and it will stay with me till the day I die. It's so comfortable. but it's so expensive that I would never have bought it myself if I didn't, bogart it for free. That being said, don't steal stuff. Seriously, don't steal stuff. Most of the shows I watch are actually on my computer monitor here, so it's a budget 27-inch 1440 monitor, but most of my stuff is either streamed or downloaded, just depending on availability and when it's airing. Thank you so much for asking me questions, guys. This was actually a lot of fun. I'll probably try and do another personal QA in like another 4 or 5 weeks. A lot of you have been asking me about that Draw My Life video. I'm waiting for about 100,000 subscribers, so that might be like end of February, early March, so before Game of Thrones comes back is kind of what I'm thinking. If you didn't see it in my other video, next week is basically going to be like a Wholock week. It'll be a lot of like Doctor Who and Sherlock videos, in addition to like my year-end best list, like the best stuff and the best TV shows from this year and the best movies I saw. Be sure to subscribe to get all that stuff. Right now, click here to get that Matt Smith Top 11 Moments video, and click here to get my Doctor Who Q&A. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow. High fives.